Just thank you, y'all, by the Shade Room. I love that song. It has such great energy. I want to welcome you all right here on IntellectualRadio.com, the Connect the Dot show. Y'all, this is our third show, and I have had such a blast. And the guests that came, they always saying they had a good time. I wanted to let you all know over here on IntellectualRadio.com, we stream 24/7. We have over 50 shows and growing. We in so many countries, y'all, and our motto over here is to feed your brain. I love the idea behind that. We ain't just over here talking uneducated talk. We over here trying to make black excellence what it is and what it should be. So shout out to Earl Renfrey Wanda B. Again, happy anniversary. They've been doing this for over 15 years, their 15-year anniversary. So congratulations again. I have a wonderful, beautiful, talented, okay, you all, guest in the house tonight.
Thank you.
Introduce yourself.
So I am Ty Renee, singer, songwriter with reflective music. And yeah, that is really me in a nutshell.
Yeah. So we're gonna definitely get into her interview after we take a little break. But I wanted to, before we go on, you all know, it's just to let you know, to inform you all, there is another variant of COVID out here. I'm gonna read a little bit, and it sounds worse than the other one. Y'all, if y'all sick, please stay home. Please, consider other people. But I understand sometimes you can't take off of work and stuff like that. But go get checked out. Make sure that if you got the sniffles, you got all those sniffles, cough, sneeze, headache, runny nose, that you all go get a test. They give you free tests. I still got free tests.
They do.
So I wanted this is from CDC, the new COVID health advisory. It said everyone is advised to wear a mask because the new COVID XBB variant coronavirus is different, is deadly, and not easily detected properly. Symptoms of the XBB virus are no cough, no fever. There will only be joint pain, headache, neck pain, upper back pain, pneumonia, general loss of appetite. And XBB is 5 times more toxic than the Delta variant. It has a higher mortality rate. It takes a shorter time for the condition to reach extreme severity, and sometimes there are no obvious symptoms. This strand of the virus is not found it's not just found easily, and it directly affects the lungs. Yes, the windows for this is a relatively short period of time. So if you feel something right away, it's good to go get something done right away. Do the nasal swab. It said nasal swabs tests are generally negative for this COVID XBB, and false negative cases tests are increasing, and this means the virus can spread in the community, directly infect lungs, leading to a viral pneumonia, which is then cause an acute respiratory stress. And then it said it has become highly contagious, highly and lethal. Avoid crowded places. Keep a distance of 1.5, even in open spaces. Wear double layers of mask, you all. I'm taking time to read this because I was like, wow. Wash your hand. To wash your hands. Also, frequently wash your hands. Make sure you all grab the hand sanitizer and stuff like that. And then it says, don't keep this information to yourself. Share it with your relatives and your friends, you all. Now, I'm going to tell you what I do, and I've never contracted COVID, and I'm an essential worker. I got this from a Jamaican man. I boil water, put kosher salt, lemon peels, and orange peels, and then I added like mint, because that's good for the respiratory system.
Yeah.
And I boil that, and I steam, and because the virus starts in the nasal passage, the upper respiratory area. So if you feel something right away, you all get this stuff and keep it in your house. I do elderberry, vitamin C, zinc, Those are very helpful. I
Mm-hmm.
had all kind of teas, turmeric tea, lemon tea, immune tea, and every day I would come home, I would take a shower and drink my tea and do my steaming, because I have a elderly father,
Yeah.
and I don't want him to contract anything. But that's just some information for you all from the CDC. And we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to get back so we can have this phenomenal interview with this beautiful, beautiful artist, recorded
Thank
artist,
you.
Ty
I'm
Renee.
excited.
Yes, I am too,
How hard
y'all.
you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm still here, right? It's because of you. So this one, I'm gonna speak my mind. Just wanna say thank you. Storm. I appreciate and thank you for giving me flowers, sharing balloons. Now release them all together in major rooms. I believe I can fly, take off in space. I'm on the moon, hanging off with stars, locked in for interviews. I appreciate and thank you. Good intentions, I might come off with a bad attitude. Mission impossible until it's possible. Say my vows, jumping over the thank you. I just wanna say thank you. Ooh wee, all I smell is money. Rubbing my tummy, eating honey. Ooh wee, bank, piggy bank, saving my coins. Nickname, exciting, sweetness, sour fat. Call me yummy, chew up this beat, swallow a gummy, blend in with the walking dead. Rappers full of zombies, ghostbusters and ghost riders. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when it get messy? Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, 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 thank you. I appreciate and thank you for giving me flowers, sharing balloons. Now release them all together in major rooms. I believe I can fly, take off in space. I'm on the moon, hanging off with stars, locked in for interviews. I appreciate and thank you. Good intentions, I might come off with a bad attitude. Mission impossible until it's possible. Say my vows, jumping over the broom. I just wanna say thank you.
Hey. Thank you. We thankful over here.
Absolutely. Every day, all day.
Yes. When you
Every day, all
thankful,
day.
it makes room for more.
It does.
You know what I'm
Blessings
saying?
rain down.
That's what I love. We over here on IntellectualRadio.com on the Connect the Dot show. And this is Shade Room and myself show.
Yes.
What made us come up with this show? At first, it was the hot connection. I was like, we was having a conversation because I was telling her about, I wanted to start my Vita Talks again. She was like, sis, I'm like, let me think about it. But I'm still going to do that. But still, I love the fact that I love connecting to
Yeah.
people who are positive
Yeah.
and want to bring positive change. Like we over here, we don't believe in competition. You know what I mean? Healthy
Come on.
competition is good, but we don't believe in the crab in a barrel mentality. We
Right.
want to connect the dots. I want to have something, and her and I came, we had like minded where we in all the entertainment entities come together and build each other up. If I come on your show, you come on my show, my people know your people. If you
Absolutely.
have something going on, we go and we connect and we, build and help. That's how we're going to win, y'all. If you
Absolutely.
build and help each other. I know you all think if I pull Ty Renee down, and I try to get up here, no, that's not your place. What's for you is for you.
Come on.
I
Come
don't
on,
have to tell
somebody.
you down.
Come on, somebody. You preaching the word
You know what
today.
I'm saying? I don't have to tell you down to get to your place. You are gifted where you are, and I'm gifted where I am. And I always say that the eye is no important than my nose.
Come on,
So
somebody.
that's what
better
I
preach
love
on
this show.
today.
That's what this show about, Renee.
You better preach on today.
We're here to bring it
Come on
together.
now.
And I want to bring it together with this sister right here. She is absolutely beautiful
Thank
inside
you.
and out.
I
So
tried.
I want you to introduce yourself
Okay.
to the people, let them know when, where it started, and who you are.
Oh, okay. Where it started.
Yes, and who
I'm a
you
church
are
kid.
first.
I'm a church kid.
I
Well,
know all
again,
about
I am
that.
Ty Renee, a singer-songwriter, with reflective music. Yeah, I'm literally a church kid. Everything
Wow.
started in church. I have your typical singing story.
Yeah.
It started in church. My grandmother was or my grandmother's a preacher.
Oh wow.
And so I was singing with the youth and I was dancing. And then when I got older, I got to um sing with the ensemble and got my love for music from my mom and just
Nice.
yeah, I'm literally just that person. I am everyone knows me from me saying, "Oh, good morning, saints and names," or "Good evening, saints and names." And for me, that's not just my tagline, I guess now, but like that's really who I am.
I get it.
Like I have the best of both worlds,
I
love.
get
I will pray for you in a minute, but I will cuss you out too.
it.
Okay, I'm still transitioning. I have not transitioned
Right.
fully yet. So, um, but no, I'm honestly, I like to be happy. I like to be joyous. I like to be bubbly. There's enough depression and sadness and everything else that's going on in the world now. And if I don't have to add to that, I'm not going to. So if I can uplift you even when I'm feeling horrible, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Now, sometimes it may boil over and I can't. Or sometimes we all get those moments where it becomes too much and then you get overwhelmed and then you can't put the mask on anymore, even though
Yeah.
you've tried. I'm human at the end
Yeah.
of the day, but that's really just me. I love music. I love to sing. I love to touch people. All of my music is literally something personal that either happened to me or was happening to me in that time that I wrote it.
Yeah.
So you actually get a look into who I am.
Yeah.
So
I understand. I grew up in church. My
yes.
family has a church. My grandmother was the mother. My uncle, the deacon,
Oh,
the
come on, mother.
minister. I used to teach and I used to teach conferences. Everybody don't know, but I used to teach conferences. I used to do ministering things
Okay,
and stuff like that.
okay,
Stuff
come
I still do
on. I
things
love
in the
that.
community with my family. They feed the community. Give it. We have big giveaways
I
and
love that.
I'm over
I
there
love
at
that.
Donna Alfred and Hillside. That's my pastor, but my uncle also have a church, so it's like I
Okay.
have two places. So I understand even being scrutinized and looked at. With your
Girl.
grandmother being
Mm,
the preacher, a lot of times you can't even live your life, and a lot of
mhm.
times preacher kids and they get a bad rep, and I understand a lot of
They do.
times why they be fighting against the machine because people pick on them and nitpick,
They do.
and they forget that they now their children are horrible, but they want to
Come
look
on,
at the
somebody.
pastor kids, and and I do believe when you're in leadership, you do supposed to have your house in order, but that doesn't mean that you didn't do what you're supposed to do because kids will go their own way.
They
I went
will.
my own way, but they did. I was taught, and it
Hmm.
didn't leave from me. I came back to it, after I became a certain age because God did want me to drop some things that I learned, but then those things that I did learn to really understand them as well. We all have our own path to
We
go.
do. We
And
do.
so stop being so hard on the preacher kids, those that are doing their job. Because some people now let their kids get away with murder because they are the preacher kids.
Exactly.
And I ain't talking about
Girl.
y'all, get yourself together.
Girl.
But I'm talking about the ones
Mm.
who's doing everything they do, like they not allowed to make mistakes. And I'll say this, and I'm hopefully have her on the show one of these days. My pastor's daughter, she has such a beautiful testimony. She did get
Good.
pregnant pretty young. What I
Okay.
think she was in college though, and she took her baby to college. She came home and she went back. She went and got her master's, and she's a forensic accountant.
Oh, come
Okay.
on.
This lady, she's making over 200 some dollars an hour. She didn't allow that to stop her. And her parents, I'm gonna tell you what I loved about them, that they let their children be children. They
Yes,
they
that
they
is
allow them
important.
to be humans.
That's important.
Yeah.
That is so like that's the one thing about my kids. I have three kids now. That's the one thing about my kids. Like I need you to be a child. I need you to go play. I need you to get bumps and bruises. I need you to, mommy, it hurts. Can you kiss it? I need you to like, mommy, I want some spaghettios. Like, mommy, can you make me say like I need you to be a child.
Yes.
Don't worry about, the bills and what's going on outside. And don't do that. Don't I mm, mm-mm.
I
I don't
love
like
that.
it. I don't
But
like
that's
it.
what, you know what, because probably what you've been through
Yeah,
as well growing up, you can kind of relate and kind of steer
absolutely,
them in a different way.
absolutely,
So I get all of that, you all. I get
absolutely.
all that. Give them a break. Let them live. We don't know what testimony we're gonna have. Everybody is not gonna have that they went straight through. Some of them
Absolutely.
get on drugs. Some of them get in bad relationships. Some people just have they sick, or we don't know what our testimony is going to be.
Mm,
So give them a break. I
child.
believe in praying for people. God taught me, but I came from Pentecostal, so I was brought up very judgmental. But once I came
Yeah.
into the knowledge of things, I know He don't want us to do that. He want us to
No,
pray.
he does not. My thing is like I would have never grown up. I would have never thought I was gonna have the testimony I have.
Yeah, me either.
So is you can't judge a book by its cover, and just because someone went through something back then doesn't mean that this is who they are now.
Exactly.
And just because your mother and father taught you something back then, it may not have been the right way. That doesn't mean that you have to pass that down to your child. I
Exactly.
feel like a lot of people, you know, in our generation now, they have more trauma because of what our mother and our father was taught, what our grandparents were taught.
Mhm.
Now, granted, we have the morals, we have the values, and it's true when they're saying, that stuff is dying off because it was
Mhm.
really honed in around that time. There was really villages
Yes.
around that time. We don't have that anymore. But at the same time, just because, your father told you, oh, well, you can't cry. Stop all that fussing, stop all that whining. Doesn't mean that you have to pass that down to your kids because at
Exactly.
that point, you know how that made you feel. So how do you think that that's going to make this child feel? And we're in a different time
Yeah.
at this. So it's, before you can let your kids be outside till the street lights come on, you ain't got to worry about them. You can just let them go, let them run, be free. Now you can't let them in the front yard without being afraid someone's going to come and shoot them.
Yeah, a stray bullet.
Exactly.
Or predators.
Right. Or
Like,
predators
yeah.
or just anything.
Yeah.
So, just because it worked for us then doesn't mean that it's going to work for our
Yeah.
kids now.
I believe in a healthy balance. I don't believe in
Absolutely.
leaving everything in the past, but I don't believe in bringing everything. I don't believe in having everything that's new, but I believe in bringing some. That's a balance.
Absolutely.
We come into a knowledge, and that's to knowledge of some things in life when we get
Absolutely.
older. But I want to get back to you. First of all, we're gonna play a song of yours, and I
Okay.
want you to introduce this song. Tell us a
Okay.
little bit about the song that we're about to hear. What was the inspiration behind it
All
and the
right.
meaning?
All
I'm a
right.
lyric person, so I love words.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Come on. So, the song that I'm gonna play is called "Maybe I'm Ready." It's featuring my big bro D2G. It was produced by one of the greatest producers ever, Bad.
Wow.
And this song, Bad had a beat, and he was like, "Yo, sis, I need you to, check this beat out. I don't know what to do with it. I've had it for some time now, but I can't find nothing to do with it. So here you go for it." And I heard it, and it was different. It's so nostalgic, and it's so that 90s feel. It just makes you feel
Ooh,
good.
yes.
Really, it really just makes you feel good. There's a music video out to this beat, and it literally has that feel good. It opens up where we at a barbecue, just having a good time. Later on, we're at a skating rink. Like, I just wanted it to be happy. I recorded this song. Matter of fact, when I was pregnant with my encore baby, because anybody have no more kids right now. Okay. But I recorded it when I was pregnant with her. I did the music video like a month and a half after I had her, and it just it just
Y'all, she
makes you
don't look
feel
like she had
good.
one baby. Talking
That
some
don't
three.
be telling them that.
Oh my
Don't
God,
tell
she
them that.
does
Okay, it's the
not.
angles and it's the
Let me tell
bagginess of
you,
certain
I don't.
clothes.
Yeah, but she don't look
Okay,
like she
don't
had
tell them
one
that.
child. Look,
Look,
I had
nah.
one, and the first my excuse was I had that one. Now 3 years later, the weight is still on. I can't blame him no
Child,
more.
look,
No, she
nah.
didn't.
Don't tell them. I don't catfish. Your girl has
Yeah,
fupa
you will see
and
her.
stretch marks and tiger
Whatever.
straps and,
You
and, and
still
war
don't look
wounds.
like
I
it.
got them all. Okay, got them all. But no, this song, it was a really good feeling, and the song itself it's on my album, Chapters.
Okay.
My freshman album that I finally did by myself.
Nice.
It's been out for 2 years now, but the song itself is now just starting to really pick up
Resonate
and
with
go
everybody.
off. And I'm just in
Awesome.
awe of where it's going and how good it's done. Even still to this day, it's still being picked up by people. It's still like, yo, that is a dope song. Like, that's one of my favorite songs. Like, it's it's dope, and it's the opening of a relationship. It's literally,
Nice.
maybe I am ready, maybe I'm not. Oh, I think I like him, maybe not. I was hurt before, but this guy, there's something about him, I don't know. Kind of hesitant, maybe not. It's like that double dutch. Jump in, you
Okay.
jump out.
Yeah.
You know,
You being cautious, and ain't nothing wrong
very,
with
very
that.
being cautious.
Be
Very,
cautious.
very.
So go ahead. We're gonna listen. What's the name of the song
It's
again?
called Maybe I'm Ready.
Maybe I'm ready. We all been there. We all been there.
Definitely,
So
all
we
been there.
definitely gonna check this out. Like I said, I'm a lyric person. Go ahead. We're gonna start off with maybe.
Oh yes, yes. Okay. It's playing. It ain't. I ain't got no
Yeah. So
Hear nothing but love, hurt too many times.
Okay, there we go. Oh, it went off again. I think it's
the cool.
I was the one who didn't care nothing but love, hurt too many times.
We want this to be presented right. Hold on one second, y'all. We're gonna start it over,
I think it's. I think
and we're gonna.
I think it's the chord. Jesus.
We'll see.
I rebuke this
Okay.
devil in
Okay.
the name. We're not gonna do this today. Not
We're
today.
gonna press play again. That's how we gonna get it right.
Not today.
That's what we do over here. We do a lab over here.
We
So if
do.
anything happens, it's okay. We got it. We
Live
got
at
it.
5, baby. Live
Okay,
at
that's
5.
how we roll.
Okay.
That's just how we roll. Hey.
The one who didn't care nothing but love, hurt too many times. Right before they get down, I would mess around with serious for me. Then you walked in, caught me slipping. Now you've got me thinking. I'm thinking that he could be the one. Don't fall too fast, say I did. You're slipping now, no, you could have it wrapped around your finger, girl. Yeah, don't show all your cards. Don't play yourself, you fell smart. Just take a chance, I could be the one who changes everything for you. Yeah. You could be different. I think I can do this. Do this. Baby, we can do it. Baby, I'm ready. You could be different. I can do this. Wanna go through this. I never thought that I would find one who would make me switch it up and give me that feeling. Your eyes, your smile, your vibe, your walk, your talk, your swag. It's doing something to me. Could you be the man of my dreams? He could be the one. Don't fall too fast, say it this. You're slipping now, no, you could have it wrapped around your finger. Yeah, show all your cards. Don't play yourself, know you felt smart. Just take a chance, could be the one who changes everything. Baby, I'm ready. It could be different. I think I can do this. I wanna go through this to see what we can do. Baby, I'm ready. Can it be different? Be different. Can it be different? Can we go through this? With you.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey. Hey. Think I can, think I can, think I can, think I can, think I can. I just have one question. How did I get here? Toss a commitment, I don't usually fit here. Thoughts of a broken heart, truly a big fish. How was it making you got me wild just as I thought it was.
I like. We're gonna play that again, you all. We're gonna run that back. but I do hear you all again. Welcome back right here. Let me start to intellectualradio.com. Over here on the Connect the Dot show, we have the phenomenal Ty Renee. That was her song Maybe. And I loved it
Maybe I'm
because yeah,
ready.
maybe I'm ready. Let me get it
Yeah.
together. Maybe I'm ready. I love the concept. And we all feel that when we first about to get in a relationship, and especially when we've been through some stuff, we try to move cautiously. At least you should learn from each relationship, you
You're
all.
supposed to.
Yeah, you should learn something. Don't go through the same thing over and over again, and you know what, if you do, sometimes it take us a little longer than others, but long as you get it. But I love that sound. It does take me back to uh it takes me back to the 90s music. And so I know Renee, Ty Renee, I was reading your bio and I saw some people that you were singing with. Can you tell us some of the people that you connected with what on this journey of your music journey?
Oh goodness. So I connected with Andre Simmons. He's actually the one
Yes.
that started me off um in music. I ended up meeting him before I even got out of high school. Ended up meeting him and met him through someone that we knew mutually. And they were like, you need to hear her. She could sing, yada yada yada. I'm like, okay, cool. So I sang for him. He was like, oh yeah, we got some stuff for you. Yep, we need you. We definitely got some stuff for you. And I was like, okay, cool. Because I grew up in the church, I was fine with the background. I loved harmonies. I
Yeah,
love
me
singing
too.
in the background. So it was like, I got you. I can back you up all day. And then my mother passed in 2012,
I'm sorry to hear that.
and I stopped singing. I didn't have the nothing for
Yeah,
it
the
anymore.
motivation.
I,
I
I
get
had
it.
nothing for it. My mom was my biggest fan. So it's like, why would I? Why? Um, I was in an abusive relationship at that time,
Wow.
and I honestly should have lost my life on a couple of occasions. Then I ended up getting pregnant with my son, and that's what made me realize, like, you have something else now. This your life ain't yours, because in all honesty, I didn't want to live anymore after my mom passed. You can't do nothing
Yeah.
to me. Like,
I get that. My
you
mother
know,
passed and my life have never been the same. So
it
I
it it doesn't.
understand.
It doesn't. And it's like, oh, you want to kill me? Go ahead. I don't care at this point. Like, I'm not
Wow.
going to my mama anyway. So, but once I found out I was pregnant with my son, and it really sunk in, um, we had gotten to this fight, and I ended up getting pushed against the stove, and the bar actually hit my stomach, and that was the worst pain I've
Wow.
ever had. And it's like something clicked. Like, it was that mama bear. Oh, okay, because I'm finna kill you now because you tried to kill my child. Oh, okay, bet. And from that moment on, it was a wrap. Um, then he was born, and the only way I could really get him to calm down a lot of the times was me singing to him. And so
Wow.
I was singing to him, and he loved it, and it gave me that energy back that I
Yes, the
knew I
inspiration.
needed. And then,
God knew you needed
yeah, man.
that.
And then I got back with Andre Simmons, and he was like, you ready to come back? Let's do it. Um, I was able to perform with them at the House of Blues. We have a band called Johnny Kilroy, so I'm the main singer for that. Was able to perform at the House of Blues. Was able to get connected. There's another very talented young man. His name is Dwayne Wilson. He calls himself D Train. He's amazing. There's another young man who was doing music at that time. His name was T'Challa. He was absolutely a beast. Um, who else? Some of the rappers that I was fortunate enough to be around um, was Big Man Cole. He's one of the Rough Riders, and he's an amazing person. D2G, who you'll hear again on Maybe I'm Ready. He's a lyricist. He is a genius at what he does.
Wow.
Um, I was able to get connected with Three Piece. Matter of fact, Reese gave me my nickname, Lil Janet. Um, yeah, I've been lucky enough to be around some pretty dope
The
people,
great.
some pretty amazing artists, some pretty amazing high up people. And I'm not one that's like, oh well, I was around this person, I was around that person, and
Right.
I was it.
You don't
No,
be bragging about
I don't,
everything.
because for
And
what?
then not even bragging. Sometimes it's just it's nothing wrong with being grateful for some of the things that has
Absolutely,
happened in your life too. Because some
absolutely.
people make you feel guilty
Mm-hmm.
sometimes about some things that's good that happen. So I
Mm-hmm.
do believe in saying testifying,
No,
if I
absolutely.
would may say so myself. It's different between really testifying but being grateful for the opportunities that
No,
was allotted to
absolutely.
you. So that's how I look at it too. I don't believe in closing my mouth, because then when you close your mouth, another person, because he said we overcome by testimonies,
Mm-hmm.
others can overcome by.
No,
Because
I
what you
believe
just
that.
said, I heard everything what you just said, and I'm trying to stick to this music. But when I hear stories like that, because I was in a real relationship, my husband, and that's why people can't tell me nothing about God and the devil
Oh
and
yeah.
demons and stuff like that, because my husband was demonically oppressed, and living with that, the enemy wanted him to take me out, but he couldn't, because at the time I really was that's how I came back into God. He don't know, he
Yeah.
pushed me back
Yeah.
into salvation, and he didn't understand that, but that was okay, because the miracles and stuff that I experienced through that time, other people would have been scared, but see, God was in that situation with me. And see, you have purpose, and that's why he send those particular kind of people
Mm-hmm.
to destroy our purpose, but you can't, because we are purpose. And that's just another testimony to tell another young person.
Mm-hmm.
What advice would you give another young lady that maybe be going? Because I know, men like that are very jealous of your talent. They very insecure. That's what they are, very
That was
insecure. I
definitely
know.
what it was. It was no
Yes.
one will want to hear you sing. No one wants to hear you sing unless you sleep with them. No
Yes.
one wants you to be with them unless you're sleeping with them. And one thing that I have absolutely learned is you're not going to make me validate your insecurities. I'm not going
Say
to
that
dim
again.
myself to validate your insecurities because you're not okay with yourself. I'm finally in a place where I am okay. I'm not fully okay with me because there's still, I'll tell you
We're
this
going to have
test,
work.
because there is no test without a testimony. In this test, I'm still going through a test as we
Mhm.
speak. So I'm still trying to be okay. But I'm not gonna let you mess me over. I'm not gonna.
Exactly.
I am choosing to wake up every day full of joy, not happiness.
No, joy.
I'm choosing to wake up every day full of joy. Sometimes I fall short, but that's okay.
Hmm.
I'm human.
Yes.
But as long as I'm at least making that conscious effort
Effort.
to be that, I'm fine.
One thing I love about God, and sometimes God is God, but when I was going through my situation, and someone gave me some of the simplest advice, is talk to him like he a regular person. And I
Absolutely.
would get up every day and be
Absolutely.
like, this not my day, God. I don't feel, like going on, and
Hmm.
he will always come through every time. And at that time, I really saw God with everything I had.
Yeah.
And I experienced so many wonderful things. One of these days, I'm gonna write a book, but I experienced so many wonderful miracles with him bringing me through that test. That's why they say I don't look like what I've been through. You don't either. I don't look like what I've been through because I allowed him to take me through that. And he helped me to be happy, whole, and healed. And that thing with that joy, choosing joy, because I know everybody might understand, but the joy of the Lord is your strength.
It
When
is.
he give you joy, you can see beyond what's going on currently. Like,
It
you could be
is.
going through chaos, but God will shield you in that joy, because we know it don't last always. And I
It
want to
does
get
not.
whatever you need me to get. I want to get. That's how sometimes we want to have character and patience and stuff. He allows situations to come
Oh,
so when
absolutely.
we can develop whatever we need. It's just not, we
Absolutely.
pray, yes. That's why they say you better watch what you pray for. But I
And be
know I'm
intentional
worth it.
with your
Yes.
praying. Don't just pray, just be praying. You need to be
Yes.
intentional
Exactly.
with your
So I
prayer.
love that. And I gotta have Taranay back on the show, because I want to unpack some of that stuff that you said. And not only
Okay.
that, because I know, because you have something to give other young women that's artists. And I look at
Okay.
you and I see class and elegance. I never seen nothing different. And I see how you carry yourself. And not only how you carry, she had these bomb TikToks, y'all. Not only how you carry yourself, but what you say. I look at that when I'm dealing with people in the industry, because there's a lot of
Hmm.
snakes. in this industry,
Ooh,
y'all.
talk about it.
It's a lot of people that don't
Talk
want to see
about
you
it.
to want you to succeed, and they
Mhm.
want to pull you down and stuff because they're jealous and stuff. And to me, when I see stuff like that, they let me know you're not really secure in your gift.
Absolutely.
So with that being said, what advice would you give another young lady that's coming in this industry that they can use to keep their integrity, to walk in your being a lady and not compromising yourself just for something they really not gonna give you a lot of times?
Honestly, remember who you are. Just remember who you are. Stay true to you. Don't let someone try and make you be something that you're not, because there's only one you.
Yes.
You can't do what someone else does. And I get you, people want to try and mimic and want to try and match, but at the end of the day, there's only one them. They're the only ones that can do what they do.
Yes.
You have to do what you can do. And if you can't do it, it's fine. Maybe you just can't do it right now. But don't allow someone to force you to be someone that you're not and to do something that you know is not you. Don't compromise yourself and don't compromise your self-worth, because at the end of the day, they're not going to be there. And that I could tell you from experience, they're not going to be there when you're crumbling, when they're trying to change you. When they're trying to change you, oh, well, you're down and out. Okay, well, let me go to the next person, because at that point, you're going to be looked at as weak. You're going to be looked at as someone who, oh, well, they're difficult to work with. No, you just tried to break me. But at the same time, sometimes you need to be broken. Sometimes you need to let God be the potter again, and let him completely break you down. Because that's one thing that did happen to me too. I got completely broken. I mean, shattered. Every piece of me was shattered. But I had to be broken in order to meet the best version of myself that I've ever met. And now that she's here, baby, she ain't going nowhere.
Exactly. So can you tell the people, you all, this is Tyranay. We're definitely going to have her back to unpack some more of the thing, some more of that. I think is important. Can you tell them where they could find you at?
Oh, y'all can find me everywhere at Tyranay Music. That is Tyra ENEE Music. Again, let me say for the people in the back, it's Tyra ENEE Music. That's on all streaming platforms. My album Chapters is out on all streaming platforms, all musical platforms. Yeah, I'm not hard to find.
Yes, you all make sure you all chime in with Tyranay and listen to her music. I love it. I hear the 90s. So you all enjoy the rest of your night. And I got an announcement what Tyranay going to be at this Saturday. I'll announce that at the end of the show. Thank you so much, Tyranay. It was a pleasure to have you all here.
Yeah, I'll be back.
Just take a chance. You're the one who changes everything for you. I think I can do this. I wanna go through this. Baby, I'm ready. Baby, I'm ready. It could be different. I wanna go through this. So I never thought that I would find one who would make me switch it up and give me that feeling. Your eyes, your smile, your vibe, your walk, your talk, your smile. It's doing something to me. Could you be the man of my dreams? He could be the one who wants to barely a dance. You're slipping out, no, you could have him wrapped around your fingers. Just play it, show all your cards. Don't play yourself, know you felt. Just take a chance. Be the one who changes everything for you. It could be different. I think I can do this. I wanna go through this to see what we can do. Baby, I'm ready. I'm ready. Can it be different? I think I can do this with you.
Hey.
Baby, I'm ready.
Hey. Hey. Come on. Let's go. Think I can, think I can. Alright. Think I can, think I can. Alright. Think I can, think I can.
Yo, that was Tara Renee. That was Tara Renee. Y'all make sure you chime in. Look, I can't even speak. Make sure you chime in. Y'all go follow Tara Renee and listen to her music. Support, support, support. She'll be at the Shades and Vibe. That's me, Shade, myself, Shade Room Jen Goddess. We putting on an event, a big networking event. We'll talk more about that. But you all will catch Tara Renee there. I got a phenomenal guest in the studio tonight, the infamous Shy Mac is in the building, y'all. Yes, this is mogul, businessman, all that. All that. Introduce yourself to the people, Shy Mac.
Okay, well, everybody, which camera am I looking at? Looking at that one?
Yes.
Oh, that one. Okay, cool. I'm sorry.
No, you good.
But yeah, hey everybody. I go by the infamous Shy Mac. I have a lot of things I'm doing from My Radio Chicago, Divine Purpose, Morning Show, Late Night with Real Waters, and Freaky Food for Thought. And I'm also starting my podcast probably around September, October-ish. It's going to be Evenings with Shy Mac. I used to have a radio show doing that, but I'm trying to branch off and do something different, you know?
So you're not going to do the radio show anymore. You're going to do the podcast.
For my own platform, I'm doing a podcast.
I love it. I love podcasts too. I had 2 podcasts. I had Vita Talks and Car Chronicles. I love doing the radio. I love doing all that media, all that. What got you into doing media?
Illinois Media School.
Tell us about that.
So I went to IMS, Illinois Media School. Shout out to Shy Blizz and D Stole Pony. Those 2 are the ones who actually put me on to doing the podcast and doing the radio and stuff like that.
Nice. So how was going? Because I hear a lot about Illinois Media School.
Yeah.
And I met most of the people I know came from Illinois Media School. Mm-hmm. Tell us about that experience with. I get different.
I mean, it is. I don't think I got the full gist of the whole thing, only because I started when COVID started.
Oh,
so as soon as I went there, I'm like, okay, I finally made it. Yay! This thing I know. And it's COVID. I'm like, oh crap, really?
COVID started and it started and broke a lot of stuff. I think a lot of the podcasts and radio shows came through COVID. I want to pause for 1 second, you all. We got another guest in the building as well. I want you to introduce yourself to the people.
Oh shit. Oh shoot, I talk. Oh, hey y'all, I'm Candy K. Hey babies.
Candy K. She's also a host on Freaky Food for Thought.
Yep.
With that, tell us a little bit about your platforms that you got going on right now. I know you got Freaky Food for Thoughts.
And Divine Purpose. That's on Sundays from 9 to 12. And then I also got Late Night with Real Waters, and that's Saturdays from 9 to 11.
So you got 4 shows. I be doing that too. I love doing radio so much. I could do it every day. I'm not gonna lie. I could do it, and that's why my show called Vita Talks. I never run out of things to talk about, y'all.
Let's talk it up.
Okay, I don't run out of nothing. I always been a chattermouth, So I always was in Sunday school, the one that was talking. That always had. If the other kids would say nothing, I always had something to say. So I understand that. So what is Freaky Food for Thoughts? I know everybody like Freaky Food for Thoughts. Oh my!
So Freaky Food for Thought. I mean, we're more. Just plain reality. We talk about everything from what happens into the news, the shootings, stuff like that, to the teacher who got fired for having his hair done by the kids. We talk about all that kind of stuff.
And kinks and BDSM.
Yeah.
And cannabis.
So what is that? Kinks, BDSM, and what is that? For those who don't know.
It's that freaky stuff, y'all.
That's why it's called Freaky Food for Thoughts.
Yeah.
It's freaky food.
So y'all talk about being tied up and whipped and all that stuff.
We talk about we touch into that because I think it's interesting, and a lot of times your kinks reflect on your personality.
Right.
So if you're kind of always loud and you're always out there, you're more typically submissive in the bedroom.
Oh, so you feel like yeah. So you feel like people that's more boisterous and got a lot of personality, when they're in their bedroom, they're a little more submissive and obedient. That's what you mean.
Even if you're not obedient, you want to be more submissive. You want to submit to somebody because out in public, you have to. You are very dominant.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, what I noticed is a lot of people that are quiet they tend to be the dimes in the bedroom. They the ones that's like, you gonna do what I say, and you be like, where this personality come from? Jesus Christ.
Oh wow.
Yep, there you
I
go.
get that. I understand that because, like you said, more people when they get tired of running stuff, they get tired of running things. So when they want to come in a certain environment, they want to be like chill, you know.
Mhm.
So what we're gonna do, you all, we're gonna take this to our next room. So you all make sure you tune in live right here with Shy Mac. We not done, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Connected Dot Show for this segment. And you all, August the 31st, we are throwing a show at Ambitious Entertainment. It's myself, Shade Room, and Jen the Goddess. So you all look for more. I'm gonna go on my page and get the flyers. Let them know where they could find you at.
You can find me on all social media platforms. Whoopsie. There it is. You can follow me at Shine Mac. That's SHYMAC _1. That's my TikTok. Shine Mac #1. That's my Instagram. Follow me and enjoy.
All right, y'all. Happy Thursday. Happy Friday, Junior. Y'all catch me on Ovita Ivy and Brown Sugar 9358 on my Instagram.
Put him to the test and he was successful. Consider my